Hi, welcome to FireVoxel. In this video, we'll try to demonstrate how to register two monkey brains. Let's start with the data that I received from monkey researchers. So there are two volumes here, and one is a sagittal and the other one the strange orientation. What's interesting, FireVoxel has the notion of projection. So if you go under transform, set projection for this view, you can see that this image is rotated with respect to its natural coordinate system. So let's just reset it. So you can see that image is actually in sagittal orientation too. So that was one confusing moment that has to be resolved. So after this, we can rename them sagittal 1 and sagittal 2 and try to register. In this particular workflow, we try to reduce the image noise by performing the dynamic averaging operation, and that basically creates a new three-dimensional image. The time component or the echo component is removed. But that's the image that will be used for registering two volumes. Let's just name it sagittal 1 averaged. Okay, now we perform the same operation with the second image. And for deprocessing, dynamic averaging. And in this demonstration, I remove four-dimensional volume, but in the actual workflow, we'll probably keep it, and it could be transformed along with the averaged volume. This is easy to do. But for proof of concept, just let's keep it simple. So let's save this one to sagittal 2 averaged, just to distinguish them. Now, next critical operation is to put seed on the brain and try to extract brain mask, and the purpose of this to improve the quality of the registration. So we call the edgeway functionality. We just change some parameters here and run the function. Here comes the brain mask. While the brain segmentation might be not optimal, we don't have to make it very optimal. The whole purpose here is to restrict the matching process to specific area around the brain. I'll save it again with ROI. So now our entity has two layers, the original volume and the brain mask. So now we are ready to perform registration. There is now a new specific workflow for monkey under the workflows menu, and there is register monkey brain item. So if you, you need to make the main image active not the target. So again, monkey, register monkey brain. The dialog box appears and it has preset parameters that you could just use. So you just press OK. And registration proceeds now. Yes, so it will take about 3 minutes to register these two volumes. It depends really on your computer configuration. For example, if we go to processor view, we see that there are almost all the threads are used. So if you have more powerful computer with more cores, it will fully use all the cores. It's fully parallel processing right now. So I'll just close it. 4 months. Okay, so operation is completed now, and Sagittal 2 is now registered to Sagittal 1. So I'll close Sagittal 2. And what happens here, you see now there are 3 layers. I can unmark the ROI, we don't need it anymore, but I'll just keep it there. Now, somehow it would be nice to get overlay. Well, there are several ways to observe the overlay. You can choose the overlaid layer and vary its transparency just to see how well it was positioned. And then you can press the multi-projection dialog box, and so you could see the overlay in different projection. And again, you could vary transparency just to move from one image to another and see that there is a, which looks like a good alignment. There is another way to see it, which you might prefer, is you go to view filter, and you can assign red to one layer, And then you can assign, let's say, green to another layer. And this way you could see how well structures overlaid. And again, you could change transparency just to move from one image to another. Okay, well, that concludes our demonstration. Thank you.